was set, but in exchange, he would have to give up locations of the rest of Ryan's remains.
A Canton mother mourning her son who was murdered is now forced to face the fact she will never get justice in the courtroom. The man accused of the crime killed himself in jail. Our Harry Boomer spoke with her about how she's trying to face the future, and we do need to warn you, details of this story are graphic and disturbing. Harry.
That is exactly right. You know, I've heard the wheels of justice turn slowly, but in this case, Daniel Matei didn't wait for his day in a court of law. He took his own life here inside the Stark County Jail yesterday morning, the same day he was due in the court for taking his partner's life, Ryan Godby.
Was able to get one of Ryan's earrings back.
A grieving mother trying to heal, holding on to anything that reminds her of her son Ryan. Jackie Godby even wears some of his remains around her neck. The tattoos on her body are to keep his memory alive. Prosecutors say Ryan was murdered by his partner Daniel Matei back in June. Matei was scheduled to plead guilty to the crime, but on Wednesday, deputies say he took his own life in the Stark County Jail. By taking his own life, though, it sort of robs you in a sense of that part of the closure.
Yes, he's robbed me of a lot of closure. The burial of my son, the life of my son, the day in court, and I just have to continue to remind myself there's a greater court above us all.
This was a gruesome crime. Authorities say Matei scattered Ryan's body parts in several places around Stark County. Hard for a grieving mother to handle.
I have to focus on good, because if not, then you say stuff that you don't want to say or you shouldn't say.
Her name is Jackie, but she's showing grace above and beyond her grief.
That you can't escape what you do. You're always responsible for your actions. And he not only took my son's life, but he took his own life.
A tragic end to a horrifying year for a mother now trying to move forward with her own life.
So when I pray, I'll eventually have Ryan's name here, and then his queen name, and then our last name. So every time I pray, he's right there with me, because he's in my prayers every day.
The Stark County Sheriff's Office, quote, Daniel Matei was not on suicide watch. Guards did perform jail cell checks 3 times per hour as normal protocol, leading up to when Matei was found to have taken his own life, end quote. Ryan Godby's mother is planning a butterfly release of her son next summer. Outside of the Stark County Jail, I'm Harry Boomer, 19 News.